Hey guys, got a new mower in today. It's a Briggs & Stratton. Just gonna let you watch as I go through it on the carburetor. Absolutely does not run. Just plain simple fuel issues. Carburetors are 99% of the problem every time. Gonna let you watch what I do, going through step by step and try to have some fun. Maybe you'll learn something. Here we go. What I like to do is take out the top cover, just get it out of the way. I'm using my Tecton 1/4 inch set to go ahead and remove this. Next we have a dead tick, some spiders, lots of cruddies. This does have the auto choke built in. This is the auto choke that has the wire going from the thermostat housing that's connected to the muffler. And as the thermostat warms up, it advances the throttle on the choke plate, opening it up and allowing you to run the engine smoother. Oh man, look at that. Yeah, that is just, as the lawnmower detective would say, that is just a crime scene right there. So gonna get a new one of those. Using the 8mm for these outside bolts that are threaded into the metal housing. And then we switch over from 8mm to 7mm for the inside housing. These are like wood tap screws that go into plastic. So now we remove the air breather cover. Next step, I use my duck bill pliers. Get that fuel line detached. Then I use a little pick, a little 90-degree pick. I get that pick underneath the fuel line in order to unseize it, because you know these fuel lines tend to, once under the clamp, they get tight and stick. This little pick goes all the way around and loosens that up so you can take it off easier. Next thing is my hemostats. I need a clamp ASAP. There we go. Now I use a flat blade to try to push that fuel line off a little bit, if not all of it altogether. Boom goes dynamite. Okay, now we can pull off the carb. Okay, the gasket and white seal came with it. So there's the governor spring and the throttle, or the auto choke spring wire. Let me get you set up on the bench so we can go through this carb. One more second. All right, so the owner of this mower, the old owner of the mower, said it ran last year, it doesn't run this year, couldn't get it to start, wanted to sell it, sold it dirt cheap. So what we're gonna do is crack the bowl. give up the ghost, does it? There we go. So yeah, we got a whole bunch of cruddies in here. All kinds of sediment floating. So we'll give that a quick rinse before we reassemble. And as of now, I need to clean this off, so I'm gonna go spray this down in the parts washer. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So first things first, let's go ahead and pop this off of here. Just the floating needle. I'm gonna see what that looks like. Now this is strange. The needle that I took out of one of these yesterday was plastic, not metal. So I'm kind of in awe of this one being metal. It's the first one that I've seen in these carves that way. Next, we're gonna go ahead and pop the valve system. Jets. There we go. Okay, gravitating carb spray. This would be so much more fun if I could actually listen to music and share music with you. That would be freaking sweet. Good there. Good there. All good there. Okay. Leave that as is. Separate this out. Completely plugged. There we go. Yeah, that main jet was completely clogged. No way this engine would have ran, no matter what you did to it. It had to come apart. Perfect. Spray coming out of all the orifices, holes. Perfect again, right on. So that is done. Go ahead and make sure there's nothing in here. It's blowing through freely. Let's run a rod in it. I'm just now seeing that I'm out of frame in most of this. I apologize, guys. I'll do better on the next video. Smells like rotten varnish. It smells absolutely horrid. Goes back in. What I like to do is I like to bring the bowl up to the needle instead of taking the needle to the bowl. go, all plugged back in. The way it's supposed to be. There we go. Redo these screws, zip them in a little bit. Turn it a shade. Freely. Springs all working. Okay, I'm going to deem this finished. We're going to reassemble, add some fresh gas, and let her rip. See you in a second. And we're back. Repositioned you. I drained the tank. That was the only thing that happened while in between moving the camera. So let's go ahead and get our linkages back on. We're going to do this the opposite. We're going to do this one first. So governor link first, thermostat link second, drop it down. Get our gas tube lined up. That's back on. Now we reinsert into the hole. Okay, done. Okay. So the last bit I used was the 7mm. So I'm going to put the 7mm screws back on first with the cover. That needs cleaned. All right, good to go. Vacuum line on first. How many people does it take to screw in a single screw on a Briggs & Stratton carburetor? Clearly just one. Okay, we're done with the 7mm. Let's go back up to the 8. And that will be the last bit change that we make. Is messed up here. Okay, just got to go over to the left on the back piece of metal. go. Now we just need one new carburetor filter. Beautiful. We're ready to start, it says. Let's see if that's true. Do a little cleanup here. Make it look a little bit more presentable to its new owner, whoever that may be. There's a new NGK spark plug. I think someone was trying to figure out how to fix their mower without actually being able to clean the carburetor. Let's check the oil real quick. Good on the one. Okay. Last 3 screws. It's, for me, I just find it so much easier to work on these little mowers, these little 550EXs or 550Es or you know, these little plastic Briggs and Stratton mower engines. I find it easier to work on them without the cover on. You know, it's 3 bolts, a few seconds, and you're done. So it's not like it's a massive amount of time required to make your job a little easier. If they decide to go back in the hole. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Carb spray out of the way. Reduce the pender lift. We're going to pump some gas into it. If you haven't seen the video on the Terra pump, I highly recommend you watch it. It is a very cool tool. You'll now get to see it in action in all of its glory. Weird. Now for my customers and the mowers that I sell, because I go through so many, I flip them so quickly. I only fill the gas tanks halfway. It's enough to get the mower started, it's enough to get it to run for a while, you know, but I would be spending so much money on gasoline every year that it's smarter for me just to fill it up only halfway instead of all the way in order to get it running. For the customer. All right, so that should be primed. Noise alert. Let's find out why. Did you notice it vibrating like crazy? A bent crankshaft or a broken... either a bent crank or a bent blade, one or the other. But that motor ran. First pull, the way it's supposed to. Pull that off. I'm going to strap down the dead man. I'm going to pull out the spark plug. I know the silence is eerie. Let's take a look and see what you can see. There we go. I'll just turn you that way a little bit. It's the blade, not the crank. Hallelujah. So let's get that off of there. Okay, two things were wrong. One, it was upside down. Two, it got damaged like crazy. I don't know if you can see that way, but this side is bent this way, and the top of it is straight as a rope with a lead weight at the end. Yeah, that blade is shot. Absolutely shot. Okay, let me record spinning this over, and I'll be right back. Let's see if that was good or bad. Okay. Just reviewed the video that I took of it spinning, and yeah, that thing is warped, so it is spent. I am going to strip the mower and use all the spare parts I possibly can get off of this thing for another mower that is going to be probably coming pretty soon. These pieces are very valuable. The top of the engine, the covering, the cowling, the starter, the gas tank, fuel line, air filter, spark plug, the ignition coil, all of that is very, very valuable. The wheels are valuable. The dead man rope and cable is valuable. So I'm going to save all of that and call this one a wrap. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And remember, idle hands are the devil's plaything, so stay busy. We'll talk to you later.